Namaskara and a very warm welcome to Times Now's Election Yatra. I'm Pratibha Chandran. Thank you for joining us. Today we're joining you live from the iconic Marina Beach in Chennai. Chennai, the capital, is in the middle of a bitter three-way battle. On one hand, you have the Dravidian giants, the DMK and the AIADMK, who have been fighting each other for decades together. While the DMK has the support of the national ally, the Congress, the AIADMK has support of the BJP. But this time in the equation is also actor-turned-politician Vijay. And all the three sides have been chasing one voter bloc in Chennai, which is the urban voter bloc. But what do the people of Chennai believe? What are the key problems that they're looking at? Which are the parties that they're looking to support? Join us on this episode of Election Yatra as we find out. Battlefield in Tamil Nadu is getting increasingly crowded. National parties like the BJP and Congress are pushing for coalition governments. The Dravidian parties, DMK and the AIADMK, are not in favor of the idea as they look to maintain their dominance in the political fray in Tamil Nadu. But a lot of attention has been drawn by actor-turned-politician Vijay, who claims the people of Tamil Nadu are fed up with Dravidian politics. But will Vijay be able to counter the Dravidian dominance? When it comes to Chennai, the 2021 elections, the DMK-led alliance managed to win all 16 seats in Chennai district, with 15 going to the DMK itself and 1 seat going to the Congress party. The AIADMK-led alliance drew a blank. Today, we are on ground zero trying to find out who really is ahead in Chennai. After all, many believe that Vijay's impact may be restricted to urban areas like Chennai, while the AIADMK is also eyeing a comeback. But can they end the DMK's prominence in Chennai?
I think whichever party is in power, the center and state, the combination should go as, together, not on parallel lines, because ultimately the affecting is the normal public. So if they have this thought, I think they will synchronize and work. With regards to Tamil Nadu, if you take, one thing I really want to mention is we don't want poster boys, because Tamil Nadu is such a place with high IQ. We are really proud to say hardworking people, very grounded. And what we want to do is we want to contribute to the nation. When that is happening, you are pushed literally like south, you are in the south. That's all. This need not be there. So our leadership should be versatile. And at least let's do the beginning. We needed educated, young, proactive, power and leadership who can go voice it out at the center. Language shouldn't be a barrier at this juncture in the world that we are living. We need to voice out what is the problem here in the center, get it from there. How can anybody stop that? Right? When we are able to go to the UN, when we are able to go to the moon, this is trivial. So it is the right kind of power, the right kind of people who are seated should be able to speak and should be able to get that done. If we are not able to do that, we are not passing on anything to the future generation, because that is the power of a country. If we are not able to contain the future generation here, what are we doing? Brain drain. We don't want that to happen. So we are trying to focus on putting them here. But if we are still, even in this century, going to be talking about, potholes, schools being closed. No, we need to be talking something more and beyond, for which collectively we need our power to meet the people every now and then. If it is partnership-based, people and power, then there is victory. And Tamil Nadu is a state where we can be a model state. So, again, I would reiterate and say, No poster boys.
Okay.
We want a true leader, a real leader, versatile leader who can stand up for us.
And fighting for the issues that people care about. You know, you spoke about how language is a very parochial issue. It may be bringing sentiment or a lot of emotion to it, but does it actually matter to the people or not? But on the issue of free bus rides to the women as well, you know, you're saying that for Tamil Nadu as well, it is about pride. But we are seeing multiple parties. It's not just one party that's offering the same. Now we're seeing multiple parties that are offering such freebies, whether it is free ride to women, 2,500 rupees being promised by even the new entrants. Gas cylinders.
Ring, bangle. We don't want all this. Give us work.
Okay.
Give us work. Give us equal representation.
That will help us in our future, for the future generation. So it's the development which actually really matters for anybody, for that matter. Every mother or every parent will want their child to be coming up in a society which is, you know, fulfilling what they want, what is really necessary for them to go ahead and become much better people, much better citizens, and much also have their share of developments.
Okay.
So that's what will actually, you know, please the people and not just these momentary monetary benefits.
And when you spoke about